Mics, check. Music cued, check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another delightful, delectable, and otherwise entertaining episode of Not TigerTails Radio. This is a little infill show done especially for the new year, because although you can see my hand and Echo's head, and, well, most of him actually.
Yes, yeah, you can pretty much see all of me.
Yeah, but we're not actually here. Put your feet away. Stop trying to turn on the viewers. This is a little bonus thing we're throwing on for New Year's because we're not here this week. And so we thought we'll pre-record a little something just for y'all for New Year's, because when you're listening or watching this, it will be New Year's Eve.
It will.
And it'll be about 8 o'clock, where a show should be. I know.
Goodness.
But the show isn't.
No.
Because we're not here. We are somewhere else.
A little bit like when we were up in Wales.
Just a little bit like when we were in Wales, yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging out at Clan Vipe with Gwyngyth Gareth when Droboth Consilio Gogogo.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that place.
That place, which you're going to say for us right now, aren't you?
What, Clan Five, Wrth Gwyngyth, Gareth, when Droboth Consilio Gogogo?
Yeah, that place.
Yes.
And so I thought, what we'll do instead is... Oh, Eternus. What we'll do instead is we'll just have a little video... basically just having a little bit of a chill, a little bit of a chat really about how 2018's been for us, and anything we've got want for 2019, either with the show or with anything else, or things we just want to get up to. And so I thought, well, while we do that, instead of just having us just chatting and talking and things, why don't we play some video games?
Ooh.
I know, right?
How fun.
Indeed.
And weirdly, we are without a Pete tonight, aren't we?
We are indeed without a Pete. And so, I have had to close the thing I was about to play, so let's just get that reopened. Well, it popped up on the wrong desktop, and I was like, do you mind?
Ah, I see. That's never a good thing.
You've been on the correct desktop for most of the evening, and now the one time when I actually want you, you're on the wrong desktop.
Well, that's always the way, though, isn't it?
It is.
Good old Windows.
So, let's just okay that. Bring you back to where you should be. Put you back on.
Ooh.
There we go.
And as is usual, TK is pressing all the buttons.
I am pressing all of the buttons, because what I wanted to do was, after seeing an episode of the Reaction Channel, where it was adults showing teens the video games that they used to play, I thought we'd do something similar. Because now you've got yourself a PlayStation. In fact, this year you've managed to get yourself a PS2, PS3, a PS4.
Indeed.
You've dug your Xbox 360 out of the archives.
Yep.
It's basically going to be a year of gaming next year for you.
Apparently so, yes.
So what I thought I'd do is I'll take you back to the generation I started with. And so, if all goes according to plan, if I fade this back up, what you should see in front of you is the Atari 2600.
Indeed.
Now, you have to excuse the bit on the very, very far left. That's an overscan area made for CRT TVs. It was never designed to be displayed.
Ah.
And so the frame should cut off long before those black bars on the side appear.
Why are they just sort of like randomly staggered black bars?
I guess it's just the way that the CPU cycles draw them.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that's just what it is. It's overscan. It's not designed to be seen. It's just a little computational area for the system.
Ah.
And yes, this is the Atari 2600, circa 1979 or so.
Wow, long before I was born.
And before I was born.
Yeah, but not so long before you were born. Only like,
no.
a couple of years before you were born. Whereas this is like almost a decade before I was born.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here is the attraction screen for the game Space Invaders.
Ah, I see.
And you'll see the controller in front of you.
Oh, yes.
A genuine Atari 2600 controller.
Goodness.
Yep.
So it is.
And I have one as well.
Ooh. I like how the paint on around the ring around the controller is slightly worn off.
Yeah, so what do you expect? It's from the 70s.
Yeah, I suppose
the fact there's any paint there at all is quite an amazing achievement.
Well, the fact that it's still functional is quite an amazing achievement.
And so you can see I can move the little character in the attract mode.
Ah, ooh.
Now, you'll see this is game 17.
Yes.
Now, that's because games 1 to 16 were all single player.
Oh, and then 17 upwards is two-player.
Hence why you get the 2 in the top right-hand corner there.
Ooh.
It indicates, yes.
So you actually have different types of game depending on the number of players?
You have many different types of game.
Ah.
This is just straight Space Invaders. I thought we'd start off on the easy mode. And
yeah,
this is
definitely.
take turns. So I'll play, then you'll play, then I'll play, then you'll play, and we get 3 lives each.
Ooh.
And then, if you want to get really advanced, we can go to game 33,
Yep.
where it's 2 players simultaneous.
Ooh, that's a bit fancy.
I know, for the 1970s.
Well, yes, indeed.
So what I'll do is I'll kill the backing music, because this actually comes with sound.
Ooh.
Bye-bye, Turnus. I love you. Wink. And let's bring up the game. And so here we go. Listen to all those lovely 4-bit sounds, or 2-bit sounds.
Indeed, yes.
It's quite loud. I might just drag the volume down a little bit.
Just a smidge, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's not
Okay.
quite so deafening in my ears.
Yeah.
That's a mothership. You gotta try and shoot the mothership if you can. I generally tend to ignore them. But the idea of Space Invaders is to
Just
clear
a-
the screen.
And just avoid the falling bombs.
Indeed, don't get shot.
And I'm assuming the kind of like orangey bits are the places you can hide them.
Yes, they're little shields for you.
But they gradually get blown up by the bombs as they drop.
You've got it in one.
Ah. Well, it's a simple enough game that I can actually understand it.
Yeah. And there's only one button
Indeed.
and a joystick.
Indeed. That's my kind of game.
Ah, I just missed it.
So the purple thing is the mothership.
The purple thing is the mothership, yeah.
Ah.
Of course, the shields also block your bullets as well as the opponents, so they're a
Yes.
blessing and a curse.
Yes. Oh, and it speeds up significantly.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Now, that was actually a glitch with the original arcade version. It was never designed to speed up, but of course, as there was less things on screen, there was less for the system to draw, therefore there was more memory to designate to the moving of the Space Invaders, and therefore they sped up.
Oh, I see. So do your bombs also break up your shields
Yes,
as
they
well?
do. Oh, I just missed it again. Oh, balls.
Oops.
I
Nope.
got blowed up. Your turn.
Indeed. Oh, okay.
Right, so left and right do left and right things, and the red button is a fire button.
Ah.
And the idea is to not let them reach the ground and not get shot. And now this is a bit where Echo concentrates hard.
Yes.
He's going for the mothership. Oh, and he just got
No.
shot. So now you've seen the kind of basic kind of concept of how to play.
Yep.
What do you think you're going to be doing in 2019 for games?
Emulating the Atari 2600? Because it has games that are simple enough for me to play.
Oh, you say that. You wait until we start playing Yard's Revenge. Yay, got the mothership!
Woo!
I love Yard's Revenge. Oh, okay. You don't have to shoot them in order, by the way. You can go in any order you like. Come on.
See, the only thing I would say with the Atari 2600 controllers
Yeah.
is that they're a lot less smooth than
Yeah,
modern
they're not
controllers.
smooth. They're rugged. They're built to last.
Yeah.
As they have done.
Yes. Yeah, because I'd be amazed if we see any PS4 controllers still alive in, 40 years' time.
Indeed.
I mean, most of them will have been thrown against concrete walls and TVs over the years, I would imagine, more likely. Having said that, though, I'd imagine there's probably an awful lot more PS4 controllers than there ever were Atari 2600 controllers in existence.
I don't know, because the Atari 2600 was an exceptionally popular console.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it certainly didn't sell in the realms of the PS4.
No.
Oh, bats.
And my go again.
You'll go again.
Yay. Oops.
You forgot to move, didn't you?
Well, I kind of just don't really get the controller. It just doesn't like me.
There's a learning curve to the controller.
Yeah.
The idea is to don't be afraid to go all the way. You need to go all the way. Treat it like it's a toggle switch.
Yeah.
So all the way is on, and anywhere that isn't all the way is off.
Right,
And
okay.
then once you get that idea, the rest of it comes quite easily.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, is I've got used to the luxury of modern controllers that
You got
have
used to analog control.
very analog. Yeah. Are these pure digital controllers then, basically?
In effect, yeah.
On and off. Ah.
There is an analog controller, which we can get out in a minute if you want. Well, say
Oh, yeah, those twisty things.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Arse.
they confuse me, those
That's
things.
embarrassing. Right, there you go.
Oh, I see. So you can't fire and move at the same time.
And you can only have one bullet on the screen at once. we go. And if you get low enough, your shields will go away. Now, see, what you've done there is created a split. So now the Space Invaders don't have as far to go before they drop down a line. And if they drop down one more line...
Oh.
That's it. When you've got the mothership, what you're going to want to do, tactically, is beat the ones on the very edge.
Yeah.
Because I'll try to survive until the end. Because what happens when they go down to the final line is the... Oh, balls, never mind. I'm going to say the Space Invaders land.
Ah.
Right, do you think you got the hang of this?
I think so.
Right, in that case, let's up the ante a little. And let's play co-op.
Oh, God.
So we share lives. No pressure. Right, you ready?
Yep.
We begin. Right, if you want to get that one in the middle. No, it's okay. When you've done them, I do get a shitload of points, just so you know. There we go.
No.
Whoa, crap. Well done.
Whew, got it.
See, you're on turn 2. Or screen 2, as some people call it. In my youth, because I had this many moons ago, and okay, it was in my later youth when I played this a lot.
No.
I've actually managed to reset the score counter at one point.
Wow.
I got above 9999. It went back to 0000. I was like, yay! So
I'd
yeah.
like to tell you, one thing you definitely need is you need a desk or something to...
Really?
Well, it just seems easier if you could...
I've been cupping it.
Yeah?
Yeah, so you got your thumb on the fire button, and then you just wiggle left and right.
Yeah, I just think that because it would be easier controls that way, I reckon.
However you feel. But what I'll do is I'll cut back in music back on, cut back to camera, and change game.
Ooh.
Which is easier said than done with this tiny screen.
Yes.
Well, that was Space Invaders. So what did you think of Space Invaders?
Well, I've played in Space Invaders before, because when I had my RetroPie set up with the Atari 2600 emulator, I did play Space Invaders. Admittedly, I played Space Invaders with an Xbox 360 controller.
Which makes a bit of a difference.
A lot of a difference, because you have nice, smooth analog sticks that move smoothly left and right, and obviously a nice responsive button that doesn't have any possibility of missing things, because it's a modern controller.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I suppose having played it on modern hardware and played it, it was a lot easier. But I suppose actually kind of part of the beauty of the game is the fact that playing it on original proper hardware means that in itself adds a layer of complexity and difficulty to the game.
Yeah, this is why whenever I emulate, I always try to use original controllers.
Yeah.
And with the Atari 2600, I've currently got the Schrodinger's Atari 2600.
Ooh.
So last time we plugged it in and everything was there, it worked.
Yeah.
That was about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Consequently, I'm now too terrified to plug it in and turn it on in case it no longer works. And therefore, it's in a state of it works and it doesn't work simultaneously.
But then in a lot of ways, where's the point in having it if you don't know?
Because while I have it and I don't know, it still retains its value. The moment I know it doesn't work, it loses its value.
Yeah, I suppose.
Right, so hopefully I've managed to select the right game here. Yep, I have, good. This one is a little bit more complex. And so, you sat on your phone okay?
Hmm?
You sat on your phone okay? You're not breaking it?
Oh yeah, no, I managed to sit on it and switch it on.
So this is another arcade classic from the days gone by. This was 1981.
Oh, a little bit nearer my birth then.
And this was Defender.
Oh.
I don't know if there's a 2-player option for this one. I'll have to go dig the manual out. But to start the game, chow, 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 you control a little spaceship.
Ooh.
And you can go left and right.
All right.
And your fire button shoots.
Oh, right, wow.
And the idea is to try and kill off everything you see floating around on screen and rescue humans. Kill those little things. And then you can...
Oh, so the little blobs of people and
Yep.
then... Right.
And the little green alien things are trying to nab all the people. And it is your job to try and stop them from doing so. And basically, you run around and shoot.
I'm assuming you can't shoot the people.
No, that'd be bad.
Yeah. So this is...
Oh.
Ooh.
I got popped. But you see
Indeed.
the alien there went for the human.
Yes.
Now, there is a smart bomb feature in this game. And so if you need to get rid of lots of things on screen, you can just pop down and shoot. And it clears everything on screen.
Oh.
And you can see you've got a little radar on the very top.
Yeah.
That gives you an indication of what's on screen currently. And so all the little flippy bits are things you've got to go and destroy.
Ah. I see.
Hello? So you can see that one's off down to get that person.
Yep.
I got it. And stage 1 completed.
Ooh. They're very simple games, aren't they?
They are very simple games, but they're one of these ones where it's like chess. It's simple to learn,
Yeah.
lifetime to master.
Master, yeah.
Oh, that's the sound of a human being abducted, so I've got to go find them. There they are. And the idea is to thing and then capture the human before they fall into their death. Too late.
Oh well. They're only human.
Yep.
They'll be fine, they'll just die.
No bonus foul. Yeah. Phew. No stealing Cubans on my watch, thank you. Where'd you go? Get back up here. Catch the human. And there we go, human delivered. Safely to the ground.
Yep.
And it is a looping playfield, so you can just keep going in one direction if you wish.
Yep.
And I got shot.
Oh dear. Boop. You're
So
dead.
there you go, that's Defender. Do you fancy going Defender?
Yeah, I could do.
Have a stick.
Okay.
There we go. Right, so just press the fire button, I believe. That's it. Now this is one where you need to be forceful with the controller, so don't be afraid of breaking the controller.
Ooh.
Yep, alright. And just fly around looking for things to shoot.
Yeah, you have to really hold the controller right. So.
Yep. That's a human being abducted.
Oh,
Oh, and you just touched it.
damn.
So it's a lot harder this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was never very good at this when I was a youth.
I assume you have limitless amount of firepower.
You got, apart from lives, you've got limitless amount of that, but yeah, your smart bombs, which clear the screen, you only get 3 of.
Ah.
Right, now you're in the attract mode again after game over. So you got a score of 3,300. Want to go again and beat the score?
I'll give it a go. Why not?
Why not indeed? That's what these games are all about. You must keep on trying and keep on improving your score. Let's jumble things up a bit.
Ooh dear.
Well, you're on 1,000 points so far. 1300. So you only got 2000 to beat your previous score. And 1 life left to do it in.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not going to beat my previous
Well,
one.
if you rescue that human.
Huh?
If you rescue the human that you just heard being kidnapped. There it goes. Shoot the thing and fly into the... Now catch the human that's falling. There you go, and now drop it down. There you go. 3,400 points.
Yay, I beat my previous score.
You have. All it took was the rescuing of 1 human.
Are those people on the ground?
Yeah,
Well, I beat my previous score.
you did indeed.
So that was the main thing.
And that was Defender.
Yeah, right. I shall pass you your controller back.
So what did you think of Defender? I was going
Yeah.
in the complete opposite direction to Space Invader. Same kind of idea, shooting up spacey aliens, but...
Yes, but more controls involved
Yes,
because you have up and down and left and right,
indeed.
and you have things you have to catch and deliver and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, definitely a more difficult game than
Yes.
Space Invaders, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a kind of, as long as the X and you now get the Y as well. And it's
Yes.
another dimension. There's 2 of them now.
But you can see when like it came out after stuff like Space Invaders, how it would have been a kind of almost revolutionary, like a game with 2 dimensions.
Indeed. Oh, don't forget that these are all arcade games to begin with.
Yeah.
Now, as part of Atari's history, the console was also known for a lot of shovelware titles. And
Shovelware
being low budget, low quality, kind of knockoff games.
right.
And so the Wii is very famous for shovelware. Lots and lots and lots of crap that gets pumped out just to say,
Yep.
look what the motion sensory things can do. Hey!
Yeah, just all the titles, just so you've got lots of titles.
Yeah, effectively. Although most of them weren't, well, while they were okayed by Nintendo, they weren't made by Nintendo, but they were made by some dodgy little company studio things.
Yeah.
They went, hey, look at my game, Yeah, your game is shite. Sorry.
Yeah.
And so it's called shovelware, basically, because they basically just shovel them onto the system.
Yeah.
And the Atari 2600 was prevalent to shovelware. And I've got some of the cartridges. 'Cause that was exciting, wasn't it?
It was.
That is Mousetrap.
Ooh.
Which
it looks a
is-
bit like Pac-Man.
It is a complete rip-off of Pac-Man.
Ah.
Restart the game, because... There we go. Except now you're a mouse.
I see.
But you're a mouse that collects bones. And if you hold the fire button, you can change the maze.
Oh.
I know, right?
Is that what those, like, the 4 or 5 piece things do? Or does it just do it?
No, they can just do it.
Oh.
You'll notice some of the things are a slightly different colour and they flicker more.
Flicker, yeah.
Those are the boundaries that you can move.
Ah.
And so the trick is to...
Oh, you can make them so you can hide from the cats.
Or trap the cats inside. But if you've got some bones up underneath your score there,
Yep.
as you can see they look a bit like bow ties.
Oh, those are 5-way dots.
Yep. Those are bones.
Yep.
And if you tap your fire button as opposed to holding it, you change into a dog.
Oh.
And you can chase the cats down. Which is a bit of a play on the old Pac-Man gimmick. Oh, damn it. Went straight into a cat, like an idiot.
Yes.
Luckily, I still have bones, so I can just hover around the cat's area now. And...
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't turn the backing music off. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Balls.
Yeah, don't run into the cats.
No, don't run into the cats. Running into the cats is bad, kids.
They will
Don't do
eat
it.
you.
But I can just hide in here.
Yes. In your
Safety!
little mouse hole.
You can only hold 4 bones at a time.
Ah, I see. So what happens if you get your 5th one?
It just disappears. Oh, I thought I pressed a button, but I hadn't pressed it in time.
Ah.
So 221 points.
Ooh.
Think you can beat that and knock off Pac-Man?
I'll give it a go.
So don't forget, it's a short press to turn into a dog, long press to change the maze.
Okay.
So basically just hold the button
So
down.
just press the fire button again?
Give it a shot. Nope. Okay,
Nope.
It got to be me then. I'll press the game restart button. Actually, can I bring up... Oh no. There we go. Picture in picture. without interfering with the game. So that was a short press. And if you hold... There you go, there's a long press.
Ah.
Yeah, there's not really much backing... I might turn the backing music back on, actually. There's not too much backing to this game. There we go. And it's just simple sound effects, as the Atari was destined to do.
Indeed.
Then you've got 2 bones, so you can change into a dog and attack the cat. Or you can hold the button down.
Yeah.
And if you want to change it back, just hold the button again. And then, there you go. And now go and attack the cat. There you go. You can pick up another bone. But he looks a little bit like a Mickey Mouse, doesn't he?
It does a bit, actually, yeah.
So, all of the infringements. This is obviously a highly strategic game for you.
Well, more just trying to wrangle the controller into...
Yep. Go on the attack. Yeah.
So I think that's more the key thing, is it's more the controller
Yeah,
just...
getting used to the joystick.
Yeah.
And like you can see me who grew up on this system, just control, 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 control. Right, so now you need to change the maze to get into the center pit and eat those final 4 pieces. So I would change into a dog and go and attack that cat. And you've still got 1 dog left. So if that other cat starts giving you grief...
Ah.
Never mind. Right, go, change the maze. Oh, you're a god, never mind. Go left and straight in.
Yeah.
Quick, there you go.
Ooh.
So 2-2, was it 2-2-2 to beat, wasn't it? No, you got 197. That was close.
Yes.
Not a bad go at all.
No, indeed. I like the fact that you can do picture-in-picture, so you can actually see me whilst I play.
Yeah, in that particular game it doesn't, you know, take up too much of the screen, so you've actually got room for picture-in-picture without getting in your way.
Indeed. With your fancy hardware.
Indeed, right? So that was Mousetrap. What do you think of Mousetrap, the Pac-Man knockoff?
Yeah, it was quite good fun. Well, I quite like Pac-Man as a game, so I think it's definitely a good game. Even if it is a terrible knockoff of Pac-Man.
It is a terrible knockoff of Pac-Man, but it's good fun.
It is,
Right,
yes.
so while you've got the controller there,
Yep.
I'm going to see if you can just instinctively pick up one of these games.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I could be nice and pass you the instruction manual. If I still have it.
Yeah, I'll just give something a go and see how I get on.
Right, where is it? Oh, I know. I'm going to change the idea for a game for you. I'm going to give you the game that was pretty much bundled with every single Atari 2600.
Oh, right.
I think it's this one. Let's choose select. Yep, it's this one.
Whilst I adjust my microphone slightly.
You adjust your microphone. Right, is that still player 1? You got there?
This is, yeah.
Cool, okay. I will put your screen back.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to be able to get picture-in-picture. No, it's going to get in the way too much. So, let's start you off with combat. Wait on. Let's just go back to game 1. These are the different games you can get in combat. I think this one is actually 2-player only. So, if you pass me player 1.
Okay, 1 second.
This side. There you go. And you take player 2. Ready?
Yep.
Let's start the game. And so up is to go forwards. And then left and right are to steer. It's like the original tank controls.
Oh god, this is terrible.
Yeah, I don't like this game.
I can't get my head around how this plays.
So you press up to go forwards. Ow. And then left and right ends up steering you.
Yeah, I just end up going around in circles.
It's top down tank basically. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Yeah, I don't like this game.
No, let's try a different version because all these games came with multiple games in them,
Okay.
and so how's that?
What the fuck?
Bouncy bullets. Ooh, that was close. And it's a whole new layer of strategy.
Oh, and you can't fire whilst moving.
Oh no, of course not. Actually, you can.
I could. I'm pretty certain I was just hit by my own bullet.
You can't get hit by your own bullet.
Oh.
You are immune to your own.
Oh,
I just missed. Oh, you just missed me.
oh, I know why it is. Because, of course, yeah, you can only have one bullet on screen at any one time, can't you?
Yep. And of course, these take forever to go.
Oh, I see. And so when I get hit by your bullet, my bullet disappears.
Yeah. And so you can't have a double KO. Ah. But if you notice, my bullet went straight through you.
Yeah.
I think they've got to bounce once before they become an actual bullet.
Wow.
Oh. Ow. I was got after all. Ow.
I like how it moved me outside of this thing.
Yep. Straight through you. Ow, shot me in my bottom. I liked my bottom.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, we gonna have a tie game? Are we gonna have a tie? Oh, damn it. Hey, you want to walk into my bullet, right?
No.
Yes, we do.
No, I don't.
So close. No, that's it. It was a draw. 4-all.
Ah, yes. So it was.
So what did you think of combat?
It was a pain in the arse to control.
Yes, it is a pain in the arse to control, but that was the game that came bundled pretty much with every single one of the Atari 2600s.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much, if you didn't buy any other game carts, that's what you had to put up with.
Wow.
There were 20 games, or 20 odd games in that, and so
Yeah.
there was a couple of flight sim ones which are just basically the same thing but with planes as opposed to tanks.
Yeah.
But
But I just don't particularly like the Atari 2600 controller, if I'm honest.
no,
It's too clunky.
it's too stiff.
Yeah.
But if you were emulating them on with, say, the Xbox controller, do you think you'd be
Yeah.
able to get on with the games a bit more?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. In fact, to be honest, I think the best controller for it would be the PlayStation 4 controller.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, well, because I find the PS4 analog sticks much, much more smooth and
I see.
and they're positioned in a much nicer place on the controller for me, because
Yep.
I find that with relative to where the grips are, I think they would, they would be the best controller. So I may have to do it. I may have to actually plug a Bluetooth adapter in.
Yeah.
And actually, that's the marvellous thing with those, is that at least you can just use a bog standard Bluetooth adapter and connect them.
Right, so for the last game I'm going to show you from my
Yep.
youth, it's my favourite game of all time.
Yep.
And it's one I still come back to every now and again. I've got progressively worse at playing it in my years. But it's a game I do keep coming back to every now and again. I'm just too old. I don't have the reactions for it anymore.
Oh, I see.
But I can still read the game like a book.
Well, I suppose you are approaching a half century, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So this is a game called Yar's Revenge. Now, I've put it into a specific two-player mode because I play it in a very specific mode.
Okay.
And so you are the little guy on the left, sorry. And you can move around. And he's got little trails and he's all nice.
Yep.
You want to avoid that thing. That thing is death.
Oh.
That thing is also death.
Oh.
I never got a chance to explain the rules properly. I was too busy talking, not paying attention to what I was doing. Right, press the fire button when you're ready.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Right, now the idea is you've got a cannon if you press fire. And that big zone in the middle, you're safe from that floating bullet. You're not safe from when he goes into a spin. Like that.
Like that, yeah.
Yep. Let's turn the backup music off. Let's get him in the way. He's going to turn again any moment. And so, I'm going to hang out in here. Just wait for him to go. Actually, that noise is getting quite annoying. So, let's just chill out on this side of the screen.
Yep.
Wait for him to pull, and then it's safe to nip through. Use nibbling by rubbing up against it, and then just touch him and go, mwah. That builds up your energy for your own big-ass cannon, which you then get by touching the side of the screen. Then you've got to position yourself in such a way that you can hit him with it.
Oh, right. That is a big-ass cannon.
It is. And so you can nibble away at this just by touching it.
Yep.
To get energy for your big cannon.
Yeah.
Or you can touch him directly when he's not in a ball.
Yeah.
And if you manage to shoot him out of the sky when he's a ball, you get extra life.
Oh.
As you see, I did not.
Yes.
But of course, his little bullet is ever present,
Yes.
ever annoying, ever in
And
the
you're
way.
only safe from it where? In that stripy bit?
Yeah, but conversely, if you're in here, you can't fire. So
Oh.
it's a trade. You're safe from his bullet, but he's also safe from yours.
Yeah.
Chow.
Wow, that is a big old cannon.
It is. Makes a big old explosion. Come get some. Don't get that bit. Nibbly 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 nibbly. Nibbly 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 nibbly. Mwah. Nibbly 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 nibbly. Nibbly nibbly nibbly. Run away. And chow.
Wow. Holy freaking crap, your score is high.
Nibbly nibbly nibbly. Run away. Because he's going to turn any moment, and I don't want to be on that side of the screen when he does.
Yep.
Actually, I think I might just sneak that one. Oh, no, no. Damn it. Mwah. Hello, bullet. Fart. So I nibble away this little protective layer of goodness. That centralises his thingy as well, which is always helpful. I can just throw these at him and... Damn it! If he was moving, I could have got an extra life then. But no, he had to stay in his little hidey hole, didn't he?
Yep.
Coward. Run away, because I don't like what he's doing. Ugh. Now, I'm not going to press the fire button because that will launch my big ass cannon. So I will just nibble. And then... Pshong. Ah. Pshong. Well, Q. Nom 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 nom. Ah. Mwah. Wait, you horrible little bullet thing, go away. You can actually shoot his bullet as well, which is quite useful.
Yeah.
recharge my energy. Attempt to put it over here. Out of my way. Uh-oh, worn out of juice. Let's risk it. Nom, 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 nom. Run away. Was that enough? Yes, good.
And you got a life.
No, he wasn't moving. He was just bald. He wasn't flying through the screen yet.
Oh, right.
The trick is to try and get him on the frame he leaves. So he's not actually out of the thing, but he's moving. Damn it.
And does he always move straight out?
Nope!
Ah.
No, he can chase you, he can go at angles, he can do what the hell he likes. He doesn't even have to give you any warning. He can just suddenly turn into a ball and shoot you. Because he is a prick.
Yeah.
And
Why
of course...
have we assumed it's a he, by the way?
Oh, just because. Uh-oh. No. And of course, the little bullet gets a bit faster. Go away! More of an irritation. Ah. Oops, missed my chance there. Mwah. Yes! Haha! Extra life is mine. Ah!
I like how you're on 79,000 something, not 300 something.
Yeah, that's not that big of a score. This is only level 2. Run away! Fire! Hope for the best. There it goes. Either grey than pink or pink than grey next. I can't remember which order it goes in. But it gets a lot more frantic. Oh, hello. Mwah. Oh yeah, take away my force field, why don't you? Yeah, beggar. Oh, shite. Hope for the best. Damn it. Right, moment of peace. No more peace. The hardest bit is trying to avoid getting shot at that. Woo! That was fun.
Wow.
Okay. Right, well, we've seen what to do. Now you got to do. Now, don't be afraid to really wrestle the joypad with this gun. Big fluid movements. And get away from the bullet. And again, he's going back to squirrel, so you've got enough. Don't shoot yourself with it. You shot yourself with it.
Yep.
Alright, this is where my out of practiceness catches up with me, because my remaining lives will not be all that long. I'm going to get over this side of the screen, I think. That's probably a wise idea. Mwah! Lost of energy. Yeah, the trick is once you've got your bullet, get away from it. Because it can kill you as well as it.
Well, that's bloody stupid.
Your regular bullets, they can't kill you. Ah, shite. Your
big
ass cannon, it don't give a shit what it's hitting. It's hitting something. And if that something is you, then that something is you. Ooh, dear. Right, it's completely naked. Get mind out the gutter. Ah, phooey. Flew straight through. You shoot it yourself.
Yeah, because I couldn't move out the bloody way.
Oh, it traces. The trick is to go towards the bad guy. That then gives you enough free space, so when you press the button, you can dodge around your bullet.
Oh.
I don't like... I thought I was right not to like you. So you go... And then you run away really quickly, he's about to change, and then you go la 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 la. See, I always try and leave about that much gap so you can shift as soon as you fire.
Yeah.
Yikes! Oh, wow. I'll take that. Mwah. I don't trust you. I don't trust your little bullet either. Mwah. Right, it's gonna turn. Don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Wink. Ah! And go for rest. No, come on. Mwah. Mwah. Ah! Run away! Go, pray, move! You bastard! Uh-oh. Alright. That's given me a second or two to make some love. Get your mind out the gutter.
The big cannon thing is certainly pretty...
Devastating?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Come on, come get some. Oh, you beggar. Yeah, it's called your Zorlon cannon, for reasons as described in the instruction manual. Because they give you a little comic book telling you the plot of the game.
Oh, I see.
Oh, shite. Oh yeah, baby.
Not a lie.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, it's gone grey. Okay, so pink is the last colour. Right, this is where it gets even trickier. As if it wasn't tricky enough before. Because now, that little bugger follows you. He changes direction. Because he hates you and all that you stand for.
Yeah. I like how I have 3,663.
Yeah, well, it is your first go ever. What do you expect? Nice avoidance. Do you have enough energy to make a big cannon yet? Nope.
No.
Okay. So I would hang out a bit too far.
Okay.
Alright. I'll go for one more life. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, of course, yeah. I died. So I'm just going to wait for him to turn to a ball. So I'm going to keep his little thing busy. Because it will change any moment now. He says, there we go. And trick him to go up the screen so I can then dive in. And try and get some loving. Ah, my cannon bounced. And I'm going to really take a risk and touch him again. Because he's going to change any moment. Ooh. Oh well, I'll take that. Mwah. Oh, bollocks. This does not make me happy. Because now I can't shoot. And he's going to turn. I don't like it when he's about to turn. Oh, yeah. Have that, you big bastard. Don't you change direction on me? I'll take my extra life back, thank you. Nibbly, 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 nibbly. And Shooty, shooty, shooty. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Bangy, bangy, bangy.
Indeed.
Well, it must be. I'm doing better than usual.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm normally quite dead by now.
Ah.
This must be kind of returner's luck.
Haha. Wow, 6 lives.
Oh, balls.
Bugger.
Yeah, bugger. So, that was Yar's Revenge.
Yes.
What did you think of Yar's Revenge? Bring the backing music back up.
It seemed very complicated.
Yes.
Very complicated indeed.
There's all these people who say, oh, Atari games are just so simple.
They're bloody well not.
Yeah, exactly. Let's bring that backing music back up. They may be simplistic in graphics, but you can get a hell of a lot of gameplay out of them. And that was made by one guy.
Really?
Yeah. That was Howard Scott Warsall,
Wow.
who also made E.T.
E.T.?
Yes. The game that is often cited as causing the video game crash of 1983.
Really?
Yeah, North America had a massive video games crash.
Oh.
I plan for TigerTails Gaming to make a video on that at some point in the future, and I've been working on getting all the research and facts for the last 5 years or so.
Ah.
So it's a topic I know an awful lot about. And so I plan to be writing a script and collating that into a video in the not too distant future, and hopefully I might even get that out in 2019.
Ooh.
So with 2019 looking quite rosy in the realms of games, how do you think you're going to be going with it?
Well, I mean, I probably ought to actually get some more games for my PS4, hadn't I, really?
Well, yes. Anything that looks interesting that you may have seen so far? Doesn't have to come out in the recent years. It could be anything for the PS4.
What was it that I was playing? Yeah, I'm just trying to remember the name of a game that I was playing. I think it was last weekend. Yeah, it would have been last weekend.
Yeah.
It was. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I describe the game to you, you might possibly have seen it.
Okay.
So it was the kind of game. So you basically you are a person who has been captured against his will, and you wake up in this fancy hotel, in a nice fancy hotel room.
Okay.
And you get up out of bed and you walk out, and yeah, it's kind of one of these where you point and you click on things and they do things.
Yeah.
And then you go and answer your hotel room door because there's someone knocking on the door, and there is a person's voice, more rightly,
Yeah.
calling for you. So you go and answer the door, and you're greeted by a robot thing that's basically got like their kind of white plasticky, I guess, sort of heads with like a load of holes where the like mouth would be.
Yeah.
And basically when you go out into the hotel, it's a really nice, fancy, posh hotel, but there are no other people around. There are just loads of these like robot things.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's...
Not something that's ringing any of my bells.
No, actually, let me just have a quick look and just see if I can track down what it is called. Because that game, I must admit, did really quite tickle my fancy, mainly because it's kind of similar to my favourite of all-time PC games,
Which is?
Titanic Adventure Out of Time.
All right.
Let me just have a look and just see if I can find this game.
And our survey says no.
Here we go. I think this is the one.
Yeah. Is that your favourite game or the game you've been playing?
the game we've been playing.
Okay. And what do you think it's called?
Is this the one? Oh no, that's not the one.
Answer in the comments if you know which game Echo was playing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a recent game, I think.
Okay.
Actually, let me just...
Wasn't Fallout 76, was it? That's a game where there's no other... Oh, no, there's another...
Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, found it. Right, it's called The Spectrum Retreat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, is an escape to the confines of the Penrose Hotel.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd say relatively recently. There's an article on Trusted Reviews that was written in sort of like mid-July. But yeah, that one's quite a good one because I say it's kind of similar to Titanic Adventure Out of Time.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that game just because it's the Titanic and it's obviously a point of local interest, being as it sailed from our fair city.
Indeed.
And obviously quite a historical thing. Whereas this is much more of a very modern kind of sort of take on the same kind of story.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely thinking I'm going to look at that.
And that's on PS4?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played it on PS Now.
Oh, right.
Because, well, Josh was down.
Yeah.
And he has PS Now. It was one of the games that we played.
Cool.
So yeah, I think that's one that's certainly tickling my fancy in the new year.
That sounds good.
And what was the... Oh, and also, of course, when I end up getting PlayStation VR, of course.
Yes.
I am going to be purchasing Moss.
Definitely.
VR
Definitely
because-
getting Moss.
Yes.
Because holy crap, that game is good.
Yes. Well, especially being as in the January sales that started on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Because
That's what they
totally
do.
January, you know?
Yep.
I mean, the 24th of December is definitely January.
Yeah, and Moss is down to 15 quid.
It is, and so I think that's quite a steal for that game.
And if I hadn't have done something, I would have used the PSN vouchers I'd got to buy Moss. But instead, I used them for something else.
Oh.
Something we'll be playing in 2019 on the show.
Oh, right.
I got the Jackbox Party Pack 5, baby!
Awesome.
We can play You Don't Know Jack and a few other games that feature in the pack.
Oh, well, that would be good. That would be a nice shake-up, won't
Yeah,
it?
Split the Room looks like it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be quite interested to see how that one plays.
Yes, definitely.
You
I
need-
still reckon we ought to still play our age-old favourite as well, though. You know,
Which one? Quiplash?
Whiplash, yeah.
And Bracketeering.
Yeah.
And the other one, I forgot what the other one's name is now. Espionage.
Espionage, yeah.
Yes, I like Espionage.
And, of course, a bit of Trivia Murder Party.
Oh, definitely Trivial Murder Party.
But I think that's the great thing about those packs of games is that you can mix and match them around and
Yeah.
we can throw them out there to people's suggestions as to what they want to play, I guess.
So while Quiplash will be the mainstay for the rest of the season,
yeah.
we can now throw in some alternate games every now and again just to keep it interesting.
Ooh,
I
well, that's
know.
always good. It's nice to have lots of choices.
And Hedgie adores You Don't Know Jack.
Does he?
Yes.
Ah, I see. So we might tempt him to be back on the show?
Maybe once or twice, yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of You Don't Know Jack goodness.
Yes, indeed. Well, and if not, he can also play remotely anyway, can't
Exactly. So, well, I think that should do it. So, out of everything you're going to aspire for 2019, what's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution, make more time to game.
That's a good resolution.
Yeah.
Means you might actually be interested during the gaming news sections.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You never
Who
know.
knows?
Well, you see, I think one of my resolutions is going to be to teach you more about games.
Yeah.
And not just how to play them and what you see on screen, but also some of the industry stuff behind the scenes.
Yes.
So
Which will make the news a lot more interesting because it actually makes things make sense.
Indeed. I think that'll certainly help you.
Yes, definitely.
And maybe you can even start reading gaming news yourself and stumbling across articles that you might want to talk about.
Indeed, that is a very good point.
Watch The Evolution of Echo in 2019.
Well, I think to be fair though, my boyfriend will probably also help with that too.
Yes,
Seeing as he is a gamer as well.
Indeed.
So.
So it can only be beneficial for you.
Yes, indeed.
We've tempted you into the waters with games like Puyo Pop Tetris and things like that, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yes, indeed.
So the more genres of games we can introduce you to, the more you can see what you might like.
Yep.
I mean, today we've introduced you to the Atari 2600.
Indeed.
And so
and proved the fact that I much prefer modern controllers over these
over the
funky old things.
retro classics, yeah.
Yes.
But it also means that you've now got a kind of knowledge on how some of these older games worked,
Yes.
so that you can go off and explore them in your own time.
Indeed. Well, the plan is also to hopefully the other gaming things I want to add is I want to build my. Well, I've now built my Steam box for the lounge.
Oh yeah.
Because that was kind of a thing that I wanted to do. Well, mainly because especially if I'm moving all the gaming stuff from the lounge up into the gaming room.
Indeed.
I thought, well, if I have the Steam box, I can put that downstairs, so I've still got some gaming stuff in the lounge.
Yep.
And I want to get Ultimate Chicken Horse because that's a fun game because it's just such a stupidly fun game to play with other people.
Yep.
But also the other plan is also to probably get a case and stuff and build my RetroPie for the lounge as well, because especially if I'm going to keep the 360 downstairs as well potentially, because then I can have the gaming room will be just pure Sony kit.
Okay.
I think because then I can keep the 360 in the lounge because I've got the instruments and stuff that can go. Although it probably makes sense to have them in the gaming room, really. But
yeah. Well, whichever room's got the more space, really.
Yeah, that's true. But then I'm going to probably build the RetroPie to put downstairs.
Okay.
But to be honest, I might actually just leave one of the 360 controllers down there and then put the 360 in the gaming room as well, maybe. Because then I can put the instruments in the gaming room. Because there's actually storage space for them.
And now, I can actually show off something. There's no sound to this, so I'm just going to shut the screen off. Here is another Atari 2600 game.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, does this work in a track mode? Yes, it does. Or is there in a track mode? No, I think it's just the game's begun.
Ah.
This is actually something I programmed.
Ooh.
Now, it's very early alpha, so it's barely functional.
Yeah.
But...
Because I know you were trying to work out how to get the firing mechanism to work.
And I still haven't done that bit yet, so...
Ah.
At the moment, you can fall off the edge of the screens, and you can wrap around and do all kinds of weird things. But... And that's the same on both ends. It kind of falls back and...
Oh, yeah.
But the other player moves as well.
Oh, okay. Let me...
Now, the other player doesn't shoot yet. But the idea is of this game is I score points by shooting you, and your objective is to not get hit.
Oh.
And this is the first time I've ever actually had two players testing it, so try not to exceed the confines of the screen, because I haven't yet programmed in boundaries.
Oh,
so
yes.
just use the kind of cloud lining as your kind of guide.
Okay.
And so I've shot you once, so I've got a point. And so you've got to try and evade the bullet. And I've got to try and second guess where you're going to go and try and shoot you there. And see, I can only fire one at a time, but if you notice, the bullets either sink into the cloud or they sink behind the cloud.
Oh, yeah.
I actually managed to get collision detection working on the clouds.
Haha.
Oh, I shot you twice.
Oh, yes.
And the idea of the game would be to try and get 10 points.
Yeah.
And the idea is for the allowing player 2 to fire back so they can try and knock a point off.
Oh.
To try and elongate their game.
Yeah.
And then the game ends when player 1 wins, basically.
Ah, I see.
But at the moment, the scores count up infinitely because I haven't programmed in the win state yet. Now you've massively exceeded the boundaries of this game, so...
Yeah. Doing, 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 doing.
Yep, I can still shoot you, that's good. But yeah, quite challenging.
Very cool.
Challenging little game, this.
Does it actually... it doesn't knock bits of the clouds off, though?
No, there's no destruction yet.
No.
I don't know if I'm going to have destruction.
Well, I suppose you don't really need it, because
No.
it's not like they're actually shields, are they?
No, it's not part of the play area.
No, so unless you actually had them below as, like, shields for player 2.
Yeah. But I haven't learned destruction yet, so...
Ah.
I've learned basic movement and a tiny bit of collision detection. And so... Because the game knows when you've been shot, and it would know when I've been shot if you could shoot me, but you can't yet, so...
Yeah. Ah.
But yeah, I thought, yeah,
Haha.
that's a little something I made.
Very cool. Very cool indeed.
So 2019 will not be the year I finish that. That's sitting on the back burner for a very long time until
Yeah.
I can actually get enough time to actually learn how to program properly.
True, but you've still achieved that much so far.
Yeah, so far so good. It's all a work in progress, but it's an interesting little thing.
Indeed.
And so I think that should bring us to the end.
Yes.
I suppose any New Year's resolution for me, apart from getting you to get into gaming more and learn more and things, I want to see what I can do with the show next. I mean, in between seasons 11 and 12, I want to see where we can take the show. because we're getting subscribers, which is nice to see.
Yep.
We've had another Gunjathon,
Yep.
and so what next? Oh, I suppose I've got to edit all the Guns videos together to actually put onto the channel as well,
True.
and update the website and things.
Well, I wonder whether we ought to actually, like, maybe do some going out and about, like, you know,
What, like segments to put
yeah,
instead of songs.
possibly, yeah.
Well, if Article 13 kicks in, that decision might get made for us.
What, as in, so that we actually have stuff to put between the segments of talk?
Yes.
We have to create our own
Yes.
stuff. Well, I suppose, you know, if it forces our hand.
Indeed.
But the point is, we travel about a lot and do things, and actually maybe
do
people can
things.
actually come and see what we get up to then.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, we have the technology to do so, don't we?
We
So,
do. And you've got a machine that can edit video. I've got a machine
Yep.
that can edit video. So
Yep. So,
we have no excuses, I suppose.
no, indeed, certainly. And actually, maybe it would be nice for viewers to be able to see outside of the studio rather than just purely seeing us in the studio.
Yeah. And see the shenanigans we get up to.
Yeah. Although the thing is, though, that would almost start to edge into, you know, TigerTails TV a little as well, though, wouldn't it?
It would have been, yeah. Well, I've got plans for the TigerTails TV channel. I don't
Yeah?
know if I'm going to do them in 2019 or do it in 2020.
Yeah.
But I've got plans for that. That'll basically lose all of its subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm thinking about just shifting the channel around a bit, maybe making a new channel for certain things and having that channel be like and then kind of designating the channel for various things. So we shall see what happens. But that's all for 2019. This is the end of 2018.
Indeed.
We hope you enjoyed this kind of New Year's muck around that we thought we'd fill on a few days before New Year's so that we can be out and about and still have something for you lot to watch and listen to.
Indeed, yes. Because, you know, we do like to ensure that there is something there for our viewers and listeners to, you know.
Even if it's not a show, it'll do.
Oh.
So, I think on that note, it's time to say goodbye.
Yes. So, good night, everybody.
That's a good night from the Echo there. And it's a good night from myself, TK. Thank you very much for watching and listening to these shenanigans. We will be back in 2019
We shall.
on the 7th of January, which is that Monday.
Indeed, yeah. My brother's wedding anniversary, no less.
Oh, well, congratulations for him.
Indeed.
But until then, it's happy 2019, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think we should play the posh one now, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was worth it.
Yeah.